I am convinced that there's always another solution that doesn't have to involve anger. I've protested against the Chinese communists, particularly about their occupation of Tibet for many years. I have a big mouth. I get on a megaphone and I yell to them, get out of Tibet. Please leave them alone. I asked my teacher, the nun, one day, how do I protest without anger? I can't remember what her answer is, but I got the answer somehow with her help. That we can be strong and we can give feedback in our individual lives with our relations, with our friends and our family and people we work with, and on a bigger level, on a bigger scale, when we're trying to say things to our leaders or to groups of people. We can say, I have a problem with what you're doing. We can do that without anger. And it needs to be said. If something is happening and we're witness to it, and we can do something about it, as a member of the human family, and particularly as Buddhists who say, I want all beings to be happy, and I want to help make that happen. I want to become happy too, so I am as effective as possible at helping people become happy. Because we have that obligation, if we see something that's going wrong, don't we have to do something? And at the same time, we need to make sure that we do that not at the cost of our mind. It's not true to say, but I have to get angry, I have no choice. We do have a choice. We may feel compelled, but over time, this compulsion to do what we do so easily, like get angry, at a drop of a hat we get angry. We need to look at that, slow it down, see the signs of anger coming. You know, we get hot, we start to sweat, our eyes go cross-eyed. One of my this is great, and actually, I think I'm wrapping up now. I think I'm coming close to the end. I told you, we only did 6 verses. Maybe we'll finish with one more, maybe. One of my teachers, who's I think he might be my principal of the school that I plan to attend next year, the dialectic school in India. He said, this is something I recommend you to do, and I'll pass it on. He said, take a picture of yourself, or have a friend take a picture of you when you're happy and smiling. Like today, I look around and look at you, I mean, you're beaming. And so am I. I feel so happy to talk about the Dharma is my favorite thing. You know, I said I have nothing to say, but here all this Dharma comes out. It's what I have on my mind. So take that picture and put it on your wall, somewhere where you can see it, like your living room. So that's the happy picture. Then have a friend take a picture of you when you're angry and put it on the wall. Maybe, you know, nowadays we can make these big pictures. We can blow it up very big, you know, so you can see all the wrinkles, like, you know, and all the frowning, and look at it. And then he said, when people come to have tea, they can see, oh, very interesting. There's a happy picture. Oh, you look quite funny there. This is one of the signs. This is one of the downfalls of anger. We look quite ugly. Even animals become afraid of us when we're angry. They can feel it, even if we're not showing like our fangs. I watch, and the monkeys in India, if I am feeling, angry, they also they show their teeth and they go. We're so related that we feel each other's energy. So he said, this is something to do. You can put it in your bathroom also, in the mirror that you see. First thing, the happy picture and the anger picture. And then this way is another way of meditating. There's something wrong with anger. I want to be happy like this. The Buddha always has a blissful smile. We want to look like this. We want to be happy. So I thought that was that was something that stayed with me when he said that, so that we can study one of the signs of anger. So I'll leave with these words that with anger, start to investigate the signs. It's sort of like symptoms. We get, and there's many. I'm just naming a few. My heart starts to race. My temperature rises. And actually, for me, it's getting better now, but I've had jaw problems for a long time. I think a lot of it is that I hold a lot of my negativity in my jaw, so it actually, like my jaw locked shut. And when I feel anger, my jaw gets clenched. So we can look for these things in our own body, in our own life, signs to look for. And when we see them, we need to slow down. You know, they say in our culture too, count to 10. It's very good advice. Walk away, disengage, breathe. Remember that, because apparently we cannot breathe and be angry simultaneously. So if we're breathing, the anger has to go. And also it's very good to not talk anymore if we're getting angry, because usually it's garbage that comes out. So watch for the signs, slow things down, walk away, and study. Study the process of getting angry, and then we can unravel it, go backwards, and nip it in the bud and make sure that it doesn't arise, and try to lessen it. So what will happen is, when we get angry, it will be for a shorter period of time. It won't be so painful. It'll be easier to come out of it, to come back into our mind. And then it'll get to be less and less, and then we'll get to see the signs, and then one day, we will have no anger. And that's my prayer. May all beings be free from all the three poisons. And I'll leave with this verse. I'm skipping one, but it goes like this. Therefore, I should totally eradicate the fuel of this enemy, for this enemy has no other function than that of causing me harm. Anger only harms. So it's a pretty heavy topic, but thank you for the opportunity. I don't know if it was helpful, but I have to say that it was very good for me, because when I get a chance to talk and discuss the Dharma, in the Tibetan tradition we do something called debate. So we discuss the scriptures and different topics, and when we do so, it puts the Dharma on our mind stream, and then we analyze it. We do what the Buddha said, which is study the teachings, think about the teachings, meditate on the teachings. So this also is a form of meditating on the teachings, so I have to thank you for the opportunity. I'm very happy also to meet all of you. Some of you I've seen before, and some of you I'm meeting for the first time in this lifetime. And I hope to see you again. And may you all be well and happy. And I'm going to say, this is the prayer that I know in Tibetan, to dedicate our merit. And while we're doing that, we can do what we discussed, which is, imagine you can pick someone, it can be an animal too, that is in trouble. And the merit that we've generated, because listening and thinking about the Dharma creates a tremendous amount of virtue. We're going to send it in the form of white light from our heart, and it's going to touch them, and they're going to get a smile. I don't know if dogs can smile, but they're going to feel happy. And it may be the first time that they felt happy in many, many years. But imagine that, and we're responsible for that happiness by giving them our merit. So think about this person and offering this merit to them. I'll say it in English first. By this virtue, may all beings reach the enlightened state. May they be free from suffering, and may they find happiness as quickly as possible. May this happen for all beings, excluding none.